Oh, excuse me.
I still have an echo for some reason of that stupid song
Echo.
that my intro is on.
Let me make sure it's not on my end. No, I'm muted out there. And I muted out Dire Straits too. Actually, I better turn it off so it doesn't get turned on accidentally. Yeah.
You still got an echo?
Good evening, everyone. I don't hear anything.
Who's one?
Test.
Ow.
1, 2, 3.
Nope. Now I don't have an echo.
No echo.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, we don't have an echo now. But sorry about that, but I had an echo in my headset, and I was trying to figure out where it was coming from.
12 o'clock high.
I still have an echo.
I'm going to mute out and see if you have an echo. If I can find the mute button. There it is.
Still have an echo?
I still got it.
All right, let me try.
Well, I'll try.
Everybody
also.
mute yourself and make sure it's not me.
Okay.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Well, it sounds like it's me.
It went
away.
It went away. What sounded like ringing when Chris.
Dixon. Hey, Dixon.
No,
mute your microphone.
Okay. Did it go away? Rob Hampton says, hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, Rob. While we're piddling around here, I may as well say something, I guess.
Yeah, I still got it.
Bonsoir, Michel. Marco.
Yeah.
Jim's out there. Hey, Jim.
Give me a second. Opening my eyes. All right. So the only thing that I have open is my microphone and my headphones, and they're both.
I spy Leonard Davis.
Mute yourself out for a few seconds.
Okay, I'm muted.
Mute yourself out for a few seconds. All right, Chris, make sure you're not muted. All right, so let me talk for a second. Nope, it's still there. Everybody mute yourself except for me and see if it's actually me. How the hell can I only have 2 things open?
Hello.
Oh, wait just 1 second. Al, you're not muted.
Right.
Well, mute yourself. It was you, Al. Hold on just 1 second. Let me talk for a few seconds more and let me see. Because the only thing that I heard was, nope, it's still there. Dad, burn it.
Al, did we go through this with the model show one day?
Yeah, it happens. It's Murphy's Law is what I say.
We spent 35 minutes trying to fix an echo.
Did y'all hear that?
I don't hear any echo at all.
Yeah, I mean, I heard you say, can y'all hear that? But
Not
no,
hear nothing like an echo.
No, I don't hear any echo.
no.
Maybe get rid of your headset and just listen regular.
I'm going to mute out and listen to the stream, the live. I'll be right back.
I'll be right here.
Yeah, I have my headset off.
And you still hear it?
Do you have just one single screen open?
Yes, it's echoing through my speakers on my laptop, so I don't know.
Is the YouTube window open?
If you got headsets on and it's echoing through the laptop speakers, then you got two parts on at the same time, two devices for the
Okay, I
sound.
did not hear any echo at all, guys, and I turned it really loud.
Rob
Did you
said
have the sound turned
can
down?
hear
muted
echo on the stream.
You have sound muted on YouTube?
Oh, I had sound. No,
No, I'm talking to Russ.
Yeah, he's got to mute one of them at a time, or the
Right.
laptop or the YouTube, and find out.
right.
Yeah, I just pop out the chat and close the YouTube. I can't run this with YouTube.
And I was just going back
Okay,
through.
so
Isn't a live
I
broadcast
think
fun?
that yeah, something.
I
No,
just
it's
mute
still.
YouTube and that gets rid of it.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to close out and come back in and see if it corrects it. Because
Okay, I'll keep
I
talking
can't
then.
do with the echoing.
I think I left off with Jim being out there. Leonard Davis. I see Bill. I need a magnifying glass, guys. Jim,
Bill Marcoux, Leonard Davis, Niantic River, Woodcrafting with
Chris,
Aussie Man,
Bill,
JJE.
Jim.
No, Al, you need a magic mirror like Miss Jean used to have. And
Rob
Right.
Hampton,
Bob Hampton. Leonard Davis.
David or Davis?
Michelle Marco. Yes, you came here so we could say your screen names, folks. This is the Say Your Screen Name edition of Simply Wooden Creations.
It's
This is
just proving we can actually read. But you notice I'm not saying names.
I can never get up the podcast live. It's always an older one to see the chat. And then all of a sudden it'll pop up later on or something on my phone.
oh, there's Jeff's Train World.
Hey, Jeff. Choo choo. Chugga, 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 chugga. Hey, Jeff's been doing a lot of work on his track. It looks really good, actually. He's got more and more and more stuff. He did a Jurassic scene with a couple of T-Rexes. Actually, I think one of them was a Spinosaurus, and the other one might have been an Allosaurus. But anyway, and also there.
Is it N scale or is he doing HO? I think he does both.
I think he's concentrating on HO. I believe. I could be wrong.
He's back.
Okay. Shh, 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 shh.
No, I found out what it was.
All right. Progress.
It was
Well,
me,
what?
myself, and I. I had two screens open behind the other, and I couldn't see it until I closed out of this screen and got rid of the,
Yep.
closed out. There was another
Yep.
screen behind that one.
Well, Russ,
Yeah.
you did better than Chris and I. It took us 35 minutes. You're just going on 15 right now.
Yeah, so it's
Well,
record.
but the thing about it was, if you open up your, I'm in Google. So if you open your Google, I only saw one screen, which was us. But when I closed that out, it was like a second Google was opened up behind the first Google.
Yep. That will do it.
We're hitting 10-minute mark right now. Yep, right now.
Well, it
Jeff-
took us this long to figure out what the heck was going on. Sorry about that, people.
Jeff said
So
it's
it was-
in scale.
Oh, it's N scale. Okay. N scale.
Yeah, that's what I was asking Dixon tonight. Jeff, I'll ask you the same thing. In scale, which one of the ones have, and for what I understand, HO has the most stuff that you can buy and pretty well out there. On N scale, it's not so much. So I was just curious. And the reason I ask you that, Jeff, is because I was told Dixon, I'm thinking about putting a track all the way around this room. This room is like 14 by 26 and running a train around the whole top of the room.
Oh, go big. Big scale.
Well, I could go bigger. I could, if I run it around the top of the room, I could go the next level. What is next to
O
8?
scale.
Oh,
O scale.
I think
Yeah.
Jeff told me that the scale he was using is 1 to 160.
Mine is 187. Yep. And then you keep doubling it, and then the O scale is double that.
oh, okay. So O scale gauge is Lionel, and it's the oldest, second best. Okay. Well, I might
if you're
do
going to run
O-scale.
that up on the up, if you're going to run it up on top, then you could just go to Menards and get his train set, and that would do it. And run it around.
Yeah.
Does this look like 160 scale?
Yeah.
The kitchen table.
Yeah.
Is that
Okay,
a
so
table or just regular?
we're here tonight, and we haven't even talked. We're talking about trains and everything else, and it's
Hey,
my
this
fault.
is woodworking. Well, not really wood, I guess it's plastic.
It's my fault because for some reason I don't know how the heck I did it. I had two Googles open, one behind the other, and for some apparent reason, even if I opened the taskbar, it didn't show because they're both Googles, so they're both on the Google icon. I had to close one out to see the other. So anyway, sorry about that for the mess up. But anyway, so I was wanting to talk about. I have a digital wood carver CNC. I've had it since 2022, so it's 3 years old. I looked it up when I bought it. And it's a hobby, what you would call a hobby CNC. It's not one of the big boys. It's only its cutting area is 18 by 24, so I can make a sign 18 by 24. So that's its cutting area. But it was perfect for what I wanted because the one that I used to have was 24 by 36. And which filled the cabinet, and this thing sits right in there without any problem. I didn't want to have to rebuild a cabinet. And when I say a cabinet, the other CNC that I had, I built a cabinet for it. In other words, it has corners and struts, but it's all plexiglass. So in other words, the entire cabinet, including the door, is covered in plexiglass, and you can see in the cabinet. I did that for a particular reason because I wanted it sealed, except with certain air openings, because my intentions was, and my brain was, to configure a AC 3.5 ton squirrel cage motor, which would supply a house of 1,600 square feet with air conditioning. And I wanted it to be my vacuum chamber. And so I have a 12-inch tube in the back of my CNC chamber that I built, and it is hooked to that motor, and it actually sucks all the stuff out of the vacuum chamber and throws it to the outside. Now I have vents on it so that the circulation around the doors and stuff will pull through. I can literally sit there, and I videoed the dust coming off of what I'm trimming on the CNC, and it just going up in the air and to the right or to the left, depending on which way the camera is, right out through the 12-inch tube.
That kind of sucks, doesn't it? Oh.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, really. It literally it has so much vacuum that if I open the door to my shop about halfway and just leave it sitting there, it'll slam. It'll pull the door shut. And if I open the door to the cabinet, I have to actually use some force. And if I open it about halfway and leave it, it'll slam shut. So, yeah, I can get rid of the dust out of my
I
shop.
think you told us the disadvantage of that. One day you came down to the shop and it was running, and all your big tools and saw was all up against the CNC.
Yeah. No, the disadvantage to it is I have that shop AC'd with a window unit. Do you think that window unit's going to keep up with the air conditioning in that room with that, 3 or 4,000? I don't know how many thousands cubic inches a minute, 3.5 ton unit or
NASA standards.
Yeah. So do you think that little window unit? No, you can forget AC. It doesn't work. You might as well shut the AC off and just open the front door and actually, it's better to do that because you can get the wind coming through the front door to cool the shop off. So anyway, I put the digital wood carver, and that's the brand that I chose because the other brand was just. When I say this, I don't, and people on the show will understand when I'm saying this. But when I say this, I don't say this out of disrespect of any one person, but the CNC itself was flawed and it sucked. I mean, I can prove it. I still have it. I could put it back together, and you would see what I'm saying. It's flawed. And when I ask a couple of people that I trust to look at it, they told me the same thing. The design was flawed. And that's the reason it didn't work. I had to constantly adjust it because the bearings, the way where they were designed, it just didn't work. That's the only thing I can say. So the digital wood carver I've had since 2022, I said, for 3 years, worked perfectly. Well, I haven't used it in probably 8 months or more. And I decided to reuse it and got everything ready, fired it off, and got ready to go, and it didn't work. No, it wasn't the digital wood carver. The old Dell computer that I had, which was Windows 7 or 8, actually died. It quit during that period of time. And so I ended up having to buy a whole new laptop to put with the CNC to get it to work. Well, in order to do that, the old CNC controller software, which was Planet CNC, would not work with the newer computers. I had to get a newer version of Planet CNC. And in order to get the newer version, there was a whole lot of things that had to be changed and set up on my computer. So, and also not only doing that, digital wood carver had worked, and that we're going to get in that discussion, had worked with Planet CNC, had a newer version for the digital wood carver CNCs. So I had to have help. So I called my friend, Laney Shaughnessy, who works for Digital Wood Carver, which I had on my show. He's been on my show for years. I first met Laney when I first started 11 years ago doing my show. And throughout the years, he's continued to come on the show. And if I ask him again, he'll be here. That's not a problem. I just didn't think that he needed to be here tonight. That's the reason I didn't ask him. But he has moved on. I mean, he still does woodworking and stuff like that for himself, but he's moved on to he actually works for Digital Wood Carver. He is like one of their people that does troubleshooting and stuff. And he's also does all their tutorials. He also with Aspire, that is, well, I take that back. All of Vectric software, Aspire, VCarve Pro, VCarve, the Photo VCarve, all those things that Vectric makes. He does tutorials on them and how to use them with the digital wood carvers. And he actually works for a digital wood carver now. So that's his primary job. And so if you have a problem with your digital wood carver, you can get a hold of him and he will set up time to visit with you, video chat with you, actually get on your computer and make sure that your settings are right in your digital, in your software, Planet CNC software. He will help you a whole bunch and he'll get all that done. Now, that being said, once my computer issue was resolved and I got a new computer, I found out that I had a upgraded board, and he came up with a limit switch kit to put onto my CNC. See, when you buy the smaller CNC like I did, because I didn't need a big one, I don't make big jobs. When I had the 24 by 36, I think the biggest sign I ever made was 16 by 18. And the digital wood carver will do 18 by 24. So it was just exactly what I wanted. So, but it has new software that had to be upgraded and everything. And I had to learn that. He had to reset it up. And then mine hasn't got the bells and whistles, which are limit switches, which tell the CNC where it's at any one moment and different things. And so Laney came up with a actual kit now, and I will be advertising for him, that will fit the small CNC that I have. And for, I think he's selling it for $69 or $79. I'm going to say $80, right around that mark. And it comes with, matter of fact, I can show you. Give me 1 second right here. Let me pull up my, the weird thing about this is you can't show pictures from your computer. You have to show it off the screen. And I tried doing it another way and it wouldn't do it. So I'll just pull this up. Reason I say I'll pull it up is I have to go to my email where I email myself pictures, if you can understand that.
Did you respond to yourself too?
Well, I started to, and I started to tell him he's a nice looking guy. He looks like Santa Claus.
That's okay. I do it too. So
okay, share screen.
Oh, come on. Yes. 4 left.
Share. All right, so there we have it. Let's see if y'all can all. There you go. And so that is the kit that Laney has put together, and he is selling it for the DWC Digital Wood Carver 1824, so that you can add limit switches to your machine. This is what you will need. It comes totally complete with everything you will need. You will either need a screwdriver. You'll need a screwdriver or a electric screwdriver and a drill to drill holes. You see there's a little drill bit there, but that's everything. Zip ties, zip tie holders, limit switches holders, wiring. And the wiring, I will have to admit, I did not have anything or any problems with the kit itself. He created a video that were a little off from my machine. So therefore, that was a little bit of a problem. Not a problem for me. I just let him know that. And there was something on my machine that was not like the newer machines. And there's also a good thing. My board, my control board on my CNC actually would able mine to be upgraded. If you have an older board, and I'm guessing before 2022, you may not have a board that will be compatible to accept this kit.
Hey, Russ, we got a question out there.
Okay.
Will a BFH work?
Is that a Binford? Is that a Binford brand, BA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll try it next week and let you know. Yeah, I'll try it next week and let you know. But this is the kit, wiring, everything. And I want to tell you, literally, I will kid you not, everything in this kit worked fantastic. There was a couple of things that didn't. When I say a few, I want to point it out. I think there was 2 things that didn't work, but it wasn't totally this kit. It was my machine was a little different. He had a newer machine this kit was set up for. But since he now understands that, I think he is going to make some changes to the kit just in case yours is a little older machine. So, that was totally the problem. Let me get back over to here. Yeah. So the first problem that I had putting up with the kit was, and I'm having to do this because I had to upload the photos into my Gmail because it will not let me show photos. If anybody can figure out a way to do this, please let me know because I would love to know it.
Paul, you're on deck.
Come on, Paul. How do we share?
There is not a
Paul's gone.
You coward.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did that.
Ow. You ticked him off so bad he left.
I know, look at that.
What the hell, Al? I am ashamed of you. You just do that.
Man, I'm gonna cry too now.
You're always causing trouble.
Would you stop laughing?
No, I just saw what he texted me. Here, I'll put it out in the chat.
Okay. So this is a block I had to make for the is it the y-axis or the x-axis? Because I don't even know now. X is going left and right. Y is going back and forth. Z is going up and down. So I think this is the y-axis. Don't quote me on that right now because I really don't know. But this was the block I had to make, and I'll show you why I had to make it in just a few seconds. So the reason I keep going back to stop sharing because I have video pictures that I don't want you to see yet in this little thing. But mine did not have the block at the end of the axis to put the limit switch on. Mine was a little bit of a older, weirder. I'm going to say weirder.
So how'd you mount it?
I'm just that block is what I made. So I'm fixing to show you why I had to make it. See, I have to go through all that. They didn't come in an order, even though I put them in order. That's what I'm saying. We're
makers.
Back and forth.
We always We always modify stuff. We're makers.
I didn't have enough time to. So if you want to come to my house tomorrow and organize all my files and get them ready for next week's show, just fly right on over and let's do it.
I'm talking about the adapter you made. You made it, right?
So here we go. Contents, creations. Sure.
Al, you got spanked for nothing.
Okay, this is the y-axis, Axios, I believe. And okay, so in the newer versions, this is the screw for the motor that moves the Axios back and forth. There is a block right here with a neoprene grommet that helps, for some reason, support this Axios. The end, yeah, it's just there, but mine didn't have it. Mine's working perfectly fine. And so you bolt this limit switch to it, but mine didn't have the block to bolt it. And he said I would have to have that space, or needed that space.
Yeah.
So naturally, I had to run it through the drum sander to thin it down because I didn't have any 1/2-inch material. So I thinned it down to about 1/2 inch. And then I took it to my scroll saw, made me a little opening in it for the bolt, and put the limit switch on it where it was supposed to be. And there it is. So that fixed that problem.
Hey, Russ, I don't want to get too far off, but did you see the new, if you use Tinkercad, they just came out with 2 new functions on it that would have helped you make that block really, really easy. There's
Yes.
a sketch function now and a wraparound function.
Yes, I saw that, and I am watching videos on that. I think that's awesome because that adds a lot. Yeah, that adds a lot to Tinkercad. But I mean, I made this in like literally 10 minutes. I had a piece of wood, I cut it to length, and I put it in the drum sander, took it down to 1/2 inch, and then took it to my scroll saw, made this U pattern, and put it in there. So
you could have subcontracted it out to Laney.
Yeah, I could have. So yeah, that was no big deal as far as that goes to fix that problem. So once I got that problem fixed, then it was starting to add everything on. And I'll just have to go through. I think that's the best way to do this. Because now we can start just shifting through pictures and I won't have to come back and forth. So,
yeah, Leonard Davis says, Russ, start 3D printing them and selling them. There you go. Yeah, maybe you could subcontract.
3D printing and selling what?
The brackets for the kit. Just
oh no, I think Laney's capable of doing that. To be honest with you, he is more than capable. He could create them with his own CNC. I mean, it's like, so that's the block that I had to put in underneath the table for the limit switch, and now I have wired it, and let's see where we go from here. Okay, so these are the next 2 components. This is this over here on your right hand side is a wire coming from the limit switch going for the, I believe it's the y-axis. I might have these messed up, so I believe it's the y-axis, and it comes up into this block, this 2-way block, and he actually sends all the cable ties and these little sticky things that go on the bottom of your board, and then you have to install this, and you have to install the voltage regulator, because all of your limit switches need 12 volts and your system produces 24 volts. So this is a step down regulator. It takes the 24 volts and you can actually adjust it anywhere from 24 volts down to like 1 volt, I think it is. It's just, it will adjust it down, and this little readout here tells you how many volts you're producing, and you have to check that before you turn everything on. Otherwise, if you're producing 24 volts, you just fried all your limit switches. So
No, I think you'll fry the controller.
yeah. So anyway, this is the control board, the main control board here. I think this is an Arduino board, or I mean, this is not a really, I've checked into this and found out it's not a complicated board as far as Arduino or whatever.
What is that chip on there? Can you get that any bigger?
It looks like a servo control board
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
because
they
it's got
went to
3
China
4
and had their
MOSFETs
own.
on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
4-channel.
Yep.
Cooling fan.
Yeah,
So you got a
yeah.
cooling fan that blows across the
Yeah.
transistors. I think these are with heat sinks.
They're
And
probably
so,
MOSFET.
yeah, your board has to come in, and on this strip right here is where you're mostly putting in your. He's got a very detailed video of where to put each wire, and it shows you right. But you're concerned with the ones right in here. It's where all the. I think there might be one somewhere else, but I can't remember. But mostly right in here. And then this is the setup. This is your first power regulating board, is what I want to call it, as it brings in power and changes it down from 24 volt. And this one on the right is the one that I put in, which changes 24 volt down to the 12 volt. And everything comes in the kit without any problem. I did not have a problem wiring this and following his instructions on the video. It was very simple, very plain. I mean, he showed you everything you needed to do, and even how to cable tie things up. I mean, he was very, very good on this. Oop, I went back the wrong way.
That is the bottom of the table, right, Russ?
Yes, we're on the underside of the CNC.
What's that rail that looks like a glide for a drawer?
This the rail at the bottom.
Yes.
That is 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch steel L channel.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, it just supports the center of the board to keep it from bowing, and then so the screw. What do you call that? Screw.
Acme screw,
Linear rails.
lead screw, whatever
Lead
it's
Lead
called.
screw, yeah, lead screw, whatever follows it. Yes, so it.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's the lead screw I'm seeing. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, this is the lead screw, and this is really just. I think this might be 1 inch by 1 inch. It's either 1 inch by 1 inch or 3/4 by 3/4 L channel.
Yeah.
You saw it at the end of the pictures when I showed you the where I put in the little block. And this is just to show you how everything it goes. This here is the reducer to go from 24 volt down to 12. You have a little screw here. Oh, this little screw here, right here on the top. You can turn it left or right, and it will increase or decrease the voltage. And you can set it to 12 volts. And this brings out the 12 volts, which pairs off. I don't remember what he called this, but this is a some
Waco
kind of a
connector.
control.
Waco
what?
connector. Waco connector.
Yeah, I don't think Wago makes those though. That's a Chinese knockoff.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
call them con connectors, the knockoffs or Wacos,
Yeah.
but it's a copycat.
Yeah.
Well, this is what he uses.
I like that one though. It's got
This
that
is pretty
screw
well.
hole in it, so you can screw it to something.
Yeah, this has got everything all underneath. That's just a close-up view of where I put the wires. These were the main ones I was concerned with. I think this white one right here I put in also. And then once again, we're back to, see how this is L channel?
Yes.
With your,
For strength.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
it just strengthens everything up down the center of the board.
It was an optical
Now,
illusion.
yeah,
The way I
now
see it.
this is the X axis running under rail and running underneath.
Yeah.
Okay. So this black piece for to tell it to, or the X, even though it's the X axis running underneath, it tells the Y where it's going. So this will connect and touch to this limit switch right here and tell it when to stop. Even though this holds the X axis, it's actually for the Y length, in other words.
Right.
Bump switch. Yep.
Yeah. Do those switches, when they bottom out, do they turn? Do they have an indicator light?
They have an indicator light when they're on. They're always blue until they get touched.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you want to know if they're active, you just look at each one of them before you start the machine, or when you start the machine. And if they're all blue, then you know they're all active.
Yes.
So I think that's all the ones we went through on that pack. I will go to this pack. Oh yeah, this is me just starting to begin to wire up all the wires that I had to put in.
Of course, that's power, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you follow his video, everything is just very easily explained. I will tell you this: we had a little problem before, and it occurred again. And when I put this system in, I found what our problem was. And I'm not going to downplay that everybody's perfect, and including Digital Wood Carver. But I will say they have been more on the spot to help me in every situation that I've ever been in. But I had a little problem with the touch plate and different things. Come to find out, when I had to redo some things and take these wires off and fix some things, I found out that when they stripped it, they overstripped it, and there was only 2 fine wires connecting that thing.
It happens. And
so the connectivity wasn't strong enough. That's the reason I was having problems. I cut it off and redid it, so I had all the strands. And guess what? I've had no more problems. So, yeah. And just like Al said, everybody has some problems when they were putting it together. This can't be the same ones, is it? Oh. I thought I just changed these. Pix 2, Pix 3. Oh, this is the X axis, but it trams along the Y. So this is where the limit switch is going to bump against this right here. I just thought I would show you. And you've seen how long I've used it. Underneath it's starting to rust a little bit. Another good look at the way that it trams down, and then this part right here is going to bump up against the limit switch right here and stop it. And that is it before I put that little block in. That's the way mine came. So it would push the limit switch too close to the edge and the end of the axis to put it right up against this. So we had to put that 1/2 inch cushion into it. That is the way it began before, as I was starting to wire it. These 2 wires are the only wires I put in at this point. The ones with the end caps on them and connectors. And I think that's pretty much all of it. And cool. I'll go through this one more time to see if this is all the pictures. Yeah, that's all the pictures I have. Okay, so I guess this is the kit. Yes.
Excuse me.
So why didn't my video come through? Let me go back here. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to back out of screen share. And give me 1 second to see if I can find my video, because I know I loaded it. If y'all want to talk, Al, you're the most talkative person I know, so go ahead.
I don't know. Dixon says I got spanked last time, but I just...
I'll just sit here and be good looking. I know jack about this stuff.
Hey guys, this is woodworking. He made that piece out of wood. What can I say? Okay.
Yeah, and that's what Laney's. When I called Laney, I said, "Whoa, wait just a second. Mine don't have a block. Can I just mount it to the end?" And Laney says, "No, you're going to have to put a spacer in there." And he says, "I believe it's a 1/2 inch. I'll measure it and text you to make sure it's only a 1/2 inch." He says, "Do you have the cape?" And Laney deals with a lot of people. Yeah. And he goes, "You have the capability of making something a 1/2 inch to fit the rod through and everything." I said, "Laney, if I can't make that, I just might as well give up and go home." I mean, come on. That's a simple block of wood, a 1/2 inch thick, 2 and something 1/4, and with a U in the top for the bolt to go through it. I mean, it took me 10 minutes to make the damn thing.
You're a maker. You're a maker, Harry. You're a maker.
Yeah, I know.
He should have said, if you can't make that part, just sell that machine to Dixon.
That's right.
Yeah. For $200,
sell that machine,
and I'll pay for the shipping.
Actually, I think I would have respected him more to say, if you can't make that, Russ, just sell this sucker. I would have respected it more. I think I was insulted when he asked me if I can.
You're a maker, Harry, Russ.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where the heck did I do with that video?
And Jeff has been showing his layout and building it too. Yep. Them trees are growing up. They're sprouting.
I want to find the video of it working.
Last time I said something, Paul left, so I'll just be quiet. It does, Leonard. It does. It really does.
Did you look in your download folder?
I will in just a second. I found the video. I might have to email it again. I have to email it to myself, in other words.
Russ,
So I
there's probably some
basically
tech
have to-
support guys in India that would help you fix your computer.
I say just send it to Octiman. He said, Leonard Davis, my last video was not me. It was my friend Kurt. I let him post on my channel. He can't work out how to post on YouTube. So why don't you just send it to Leonard Davis or Aussie Man? He'll post it on his channel, and then you can show it. Anyway, it's just to build, just to fill in time, Russ.
To fill the time, I won't be here next week. I'll be up in L.A., Lower Alabama.
Where at?
Where at? in
Orange
LA?
Beach.
Oh,
Orange
right by
Beach.
my kid's house.
Oh, that's not Lower Alabama. That's up. I'm Lower Alabama.
I'm from Boston. Everything is Lower Alabama. Hell, I'm practically living in Lower Alabama right now.
No, but I'll take and post Bill's last video. Let's see.
It's the annual Parrot Head Convention, Meeting of the Minds.
Oh, yeah.
We pick up our camper tomorrow.
Cool.
It's called Meeting of the Minds, Chris?
Yep. Absolutely. This would be our 1, 2, 3, fourth one, I think. 4 or 5. So
Something about rocks. Yeah, there we go. The Phipps, the Gulf Shores, right? Alabama, yeah.
Yep. Gulf Shores.
Yeah. I'm going to post a couple of links here. I want to post this one, which was what you're currently talking about, and then I'm going to post Aussie Man's video out there too. I'm just trying to get some fill-in content here. Russ, I'll be sending you a bill.
We got lucky and attended the last one in Key West, and then the first one at Orange Beach. So,
Where's Orange Beach?
because they're very welcoming. Key West priced themselves out of the game. They weren't
Really?
willing to give any detail, any deals. Nobody was giving breaks for that many people coming into your city for the 5 days, and they weren't giving any breaks. So
Where's Orange Beach?
because they're welcoming, there's a big place called a Hangout where the main event is.
Oh yeah, the hangout.
There's
Did
other
you say it's over
bars
by?
and clubs. What?
Did you say it's over by Gulf Shores?
Yeah, they're all one big area to make. So
Okay, yeah, that's
Hey,
right.
okay, so
I
so
thought that
we're
was like
50
North Alabama. They got something up there too.
okay,
so we're
All right,
59
let's
plugs
try
and dead
this.
ends into the beach.
yeah.
That's my favorite big coffee mug junk shop right on the corner there.
Junk shop.
Yeah, it's like one of those beach stores where you can buy.
Oh yeah, all right. Oh yeah, the tourist stuff,
Yeah.
towels and whatnot. Yep,
He said junk,
Yeah, I did say
Yeah.
junk. didn't
it's
I?
tourist
All
junk.
right, here's
not drunk.
here's the
It's
first video.
I think it's like Alvin's Island or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was
Look it
called.
up.
Oh, what is that?
Okay, so this is the CNC. This is the case I built. If you'll notice in the back, there is right here a 12-inch in diameter hole. That is for the air to be sucked out of and thrown out of mist, in other words. To the back is, yes, solid plywood. Up above is plexiglass. To the left is plexiglass. To the right is plexiglass. And the door is made out of plexiglass, so I can look through and see it. And then the bottom is, the whole bottom of underneath the CNC is set up with a piece of plywood with 3/4 inch holes drilled into it so it can suck from underneath the table and pull air out through the hole of the 12-inch. And around the doors, there's ventilation 1.5 inches at the top at 3 foot and 1.5 inches at the bottom at 3 foot. So let me hit the video and let it run. And this is me. It's never been able to home by itself before. This is after everything's installed, my first homing attempt.
Oh, hello. Hello. The video stopped. Oh, I see what it's doing. You did say home, but I love that sound. That
So did everybody see that, or did the computer have problems?
No, we see
no,
that.
I saw it.
We
It
seen
was
it.
fine.
Nobody's answering.
You can enlarge it.
All right,
could've
so
swore I thought
I
you had
bought
one.
a numeric keypad for my computer that watches off the dongle, and I can control it off the keypad up against my computer.
Neat.
So when I want to be over next to it and see how close or far I am from something to set it up, I can use the little numeric keypad.
Very good.
And then that is my newest laptop that controls it.
Oh, now it ended.
Let me do it one more time because I didn't get to see it all because
Leonard Davis says full screen. I don't know what that means.
well, I'll try to put it full screen.
It sounds like we could make it sing a song or something. And I have seen some that have done that.
It
No.
does Z first, Y, and then this is X. And you think it's going to crash in over here, but every time it stops.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does
too
get
bad
pretty
those
close.
things aren't electronic.
Yeah. And then, like
Aussie
I
Man
said,
says
I
it
bought
sounds
a.
like Aussie Man says it sounds like something
I
out of
bought this
Thunderbird's
numeric
TV show.
keypad. Yeah, so I could get right next to it. Like you want to make sure the bit's in the right place, I can have the keypad up there with the router rather than have to mess with the computer.
So how do you adjust the Z on it? Does it actually touch down on a pad, or does it just do the X and the Y? Uh-oh.
Yeah, let me get out of
All right, we're back.
this. Yes, how you do it is there's a pennant.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a pennant on the on the CNC, and I attach this gator clip to it, and I put this touch block onto the edge of the material. If you noticed, it's squared out in a shape, so it will sit on the corner of the material, either top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. And then I will bring my bit over into the area of this hole. It will come up, touch to the left, move across, touch to the camera's off to the right, and then come back and center in the hole.
Cool.
So that's how I get it to set the material depth. I will tell it in Aspire what the material depth is, and I will but then The CNC itself needs to know what the depth is for itself and to zero itself out so that it knows. In other words, I can tell it all day long it's 3/4 of an inch thick, 0.75, but the CNC and the computer needs to come across and touch something and then come over and make sure that's where it's at for the corner of it. The center hole in this block is what's to verify the center and the corner. And then the touch part up here is to tell it, yes, this is the thickness of the material. In other words, in the computer programming or in the CNC programming, it's telling it that when it touches this, what the material thickness is, and it's compensating for the thickness of this aluminum block to tell it what it is. So it's really, really accurate. I made a few things that I needed to be on the money with it, and it's been right on the money so far. So
Very good.
yeah, if you're looking for a CNC, and I'm not just saying this, I have owned a CNC before and had a lot of problems with it. And I decided to get a hold of Laney and get a digital wood carver CNC. And I can honestly say their CNC is built a lot better and nicer than the other prior CNC that I had. I can't compare it to others because I've never owned another CNC, but I can tell you about the two I owned. And the second thing that I would say is their expertise and their knowledge and their support is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, just fantastic. I can literally ask a question, and let's say that everybody is super, super busy. I should get somewhat of an answer in 30 minutes that maybe we haven't solved your problem, but we'll call you back like shortly. So I don't think you can get any better than that. Sometimes it's a matter of letting them know, and within 15 minutes, I have an answer. So, and especially if you have a new CNC, I don't know what their time of, I know they teach you on the bigger CNCs, they actually, Laney himself flies in and will show you how to use it and spend a day or two with you. They pay him to do that. And so we're not talking about my CNC by no means, but they've got some commercial CNCs that Laney will actually fly into. Like if he's, where you live at Jim in Indiana? Yeah, he'll fly.
Yeah, Laney's pretty. Actually, these guys are by Indianapolis, so they're only a couple hours from my house.
Yeah, so he will fly in and teach you how to use it. But he's not going to do it on my hobby CNC, but he will video chat with me, and he will connect to my computer, and he will check my software and say, oh, here's your problem. This setting is not right. He'll go, Russ, have you been playing with this? Have you changed something? And no, Laney. He goes, well, that ain't the way it's supposed to be. And I'll go like, yeah, I kind of figured you figure that out. Because actually I was playing with it to see if I could change it. But I screwed it up and didn't tell him that. Excuse me, Laney, if you watch this video, I'm sorry. You'll learn my secrets, but
oh, he knows now.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm very happy with it. And the limit switches that the kit that he's producing, he's going to sell, which is not available on the smaller ones. will give you a lot more control. And the reason I say that is because once you set it up and set up home, it remembers every time where home is at. So therefore, when you put your material down and position it and set its depth and position, is it knows all this stuff. Before, it wasn't like that. Before, if I couldn't tell it to go home, it's just for the last time I used it on the piece of material that I used it, it stayed right in that position. So I had to move it out of the way to get the material out and change the bit. Now you can set those functions up, and it'll be just like the big machine. It'll move out of the way for a tool change. It'll go back to home to get out of the way so that you can get the material off the board. All those things happen now on the little ones, just like the big ones, because of these limit switches. So it makes it a lot better. And by the way, they use Planet CNC software. If you buy one of their machines, you get the Planet CNC software. Controller software is free. It comes with the machine. Otherwise, you would have to buy it. Planet CNC, and they have their own special version of the Planet CNC software, which I want to do a later show and show you their own special version, because the buttons that are on my software is not going to be on the normal Planet CNC software, because Planet CNC software can be used for not only wooden CNCs, it can be for machining CNCs. In other words, to machine metal parts to precision. So it's really incredible software. So what I'm trying to say is it's the stuff that's on the Planet CNC for digital wood carver is different. It's set up different. You have different buttons and stuff that go along with it that do not exist on the normal Planet CNC software. So you just can't download Planet CNC to your computer and operate your digital wood carver CNC. It just don't work like that. You have to, their version is they work with Planet CNC, and they have put their tune-ups to their machines on it, and it goes with their CNC. They just have to set it up for you. That's where Laney comes in, and his brilliance and his difference, whatever, his magnitude, his whatever he has, his smartness, his wandy ways over your CNC, and it just starts working normally. That's what he comes into.
All right, you're good. He said only say 3 good things about him. That was the contract. Nice guy.
I know I say that a lot about Laney, but because he's my friend, but I can honestly say he knows digital wood carver. He knows Planet CNC, and yeah.
I met him at the woodwork shop in New England, and I don't do this stuff. But I wanted to say, hey, I just want to say hi, because I know you. You were Russ's show, right? Said, yeah. So yeah. He made the connection real fast. We talked for about 15 minutes. I had no questions about what he does.
Yeah. Also, he is very, very influent in Aspire VCarve Pro, Vectric software. He has 2. He has Spindle TV is one of his YouTube channels. Spindle TV, Spindle, I believe it is, Spindle TV. And if you want to know all of his stuff, just type in Laney Shaughnessy. Don't ask me how to spell Shaughnessy, but it's Laney, Laney, and the Shaughnessy part you'll just have to go in on. Let me try this real quick. Let me pop up another YouTube channel.
Excuse me.
And type in, he's in my search channel so much it'll pop up.
I put it out in the chat. I hope that's him. He's got like 115,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so it's SHAUGNESSY. Laney Shaughnessy.
Yep. And the link is out there in the
Yep. He's got Spindle TV, and he also has Build It TV.
We'll
and he also has tutorials on digital wood carver.
What's that other one, Russ? Build what? CNC?
Build It TV.
Yeah, Build It TV.
Oh, okay.
And Spindle TV. SPIN. Spindle, DLE. Yeah, Spindle TV. Build It and Spindle. Now, some of the stuff that he has to offer are only accessed by people who own digital wood carver machines. But he puts a lot of stuff out there on the Vectric V-Carve and the Aspire. He puts a lot of videos out there about how to create stuff and make stuff on those softwares that are out there. You don't have to have a digital wood carver to see those on the Build It and Spindle TV. So, all right, guys, we're out of here. I'm already late. Told my wife I wouldn't go past 9 o'clock. We're 11 minutes late. Listen, if you're too darn busy to get out in your shop and make some sawdust, you're lazy, you're unresponsible, get off the couch, get your butt out there and make some sawdust. Yeah, I'm looking forward if you do that tomorrow to watch. Oh, actually, I won't be able to. You're going to record it, so I'll watch the recording because we're supposed to go out to my daughter's house for my granddaughter and grandson have birthdays that are like within days apart. So I think we're going to celebrate that tomorrow.
Enjoy.
Yeah, Audra and Gage, their birthdays are within days apart of each other, from obviously two different mothers, my daughters. And they have different husbands, by the way, if you want to know. So anyway, yeah. So anyway,
but you never know these days.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. So listen, just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching, and God bless.
See you, boys and girls. Remember, you don't have to go home, but you cannot stay here.
Nope.
We can't stay here either.
Prosper.
He throws that stuff too.
Interstate's left, that's left for me. So interstate's left.
Mr. Murgatroyd.